Consciousness is energy. Energy is consciousness. Okay. So as the core star identity that you are most closely identified to the ineffable essence of all that is, or the infinite fields of intelligence, which is pure consciousness streams. But when we think of consciousness, we think of consciousness as a human. I am, I think, I do, I be, I want, I desire. Okay? Now those I's can turn into I fear, I, all of the limitations. I am shameful. I am scared. All of these things. I am inadequate. Think of all the shadows from the 64 gene keys or gates. Okay. So within this, when we think of consciousness, we're thinking of something that thinks in a rational, logical, sequential way that we think in this third dimensional reality as a human. Just be honest with yourself. How many of you, when you think of consciousness, you automatically think of something that rationalizes or introspects logic in the way that you're thinking? And so it becomes very difficult for us many times to recognize that the infinite intelligence fields of consciousness include levels of consciousness that you can't even conceptualize. And it becomes very difficult to realize that the first rays of consciousness out of the eternal source mind is going to be things like elementals and platonic solids. Platonic solids are going to be the base geometries that make up the more complex geometries within creation. But they resonate at a level of consciousness. They resonate, and these are where we start to get our virtues from as we start to speak out. You're speaking out tones that are reverberations within the source field of creation that is playing on the energy packets or energy fields that are beginning to shape them through the consciousness of the thought form that you're emanating on them. So let's take this down. In the eternal source field, it is like a vast ocean of nothingness. But it's pure potentiality. It's energy in stasis or waiting. It's 100% alive and conscious, and it has the probability and potential of all creation within it. And that is why it's the eternal field. Now, when we think of that, we're sitting there going like, oh, but what is it thinking? What is it wanting? What does God want me to do? Is God happy with what I'm doing, or God not happy with what I'm doing? That source field doesn't even, one of the clearest things for us to get to is to recognize that's human thinking. So when we think those types of thoughts, it's really helpful for us to catch ourselves as fast as possible. That is our limited container of thinking of how we're trying to rationalize something that is inconceivable from the mind of the first harmonic universe or even the second harmonic universe.